We've all been there. Your child hits that age where YouTube Kids is too babyish, but regular YouTube feels a bit too much. You're stuck between two choices: ban YouTube completely, which is a constant battle, or hand them an unlocked phone and hope for the best. But there's a third option that most parents don't know about. It's called supervised experience. And think of it like a digital learner's permit. Today, I'm going to show you how to set up a perfect safety net that gives them freedom and you peace of mind using the tools that are already built into your Google account. Let's address a massive misconception that watching in guest mode without a login is safer. It's actually the opposite. Without a login, you're playing algorithm roulette. YouTube serves them unpredictable, unfiltered viral content. Furthermore, you have zero visibility. When they close the browser, the history disappears. A supervised account forces the algorithm into age-appropriate lanes and keeps a record for you. Logging in doesn't expose them, it protects them. This all starts with the Google Family Link. If you haven't set up a Google account specifically for your child yet, don't let them just use your account. That messes up your recommendations and bypasses the safety tools. You need to create a child account linked to your family group. This is the ignition key. Without a specific child account, none of the YouTube features I'm about to show you will work. Let's start by creating a child account. And I'm just going to go up to sign in. And if we go to create an account, you can see the option for child right here. So I'm going to choose this and you can go ahead and read this. I'm just going to go ahead and click let's go. I'm going to give it some fictional name here. All right, I have some information. I'm going to go ahead. And in this case, I'm going to make them 12 years old right now and click next. And we choose how this demo kid will sign in. They have some suggestions here. It could be Teachers Tech Demo Kid or Demo Kid Teachers Tech, or I could create my own. I'm just going to go ahead and do this one right here because it's going to be easy to remember for me. Teachers Tech Demo Kid. I'm going to go next. I'm going to go and put in a strong password and hit next. Scan the QR code with my phone. At this point, I need to connect it to the parent account. So this is going to be another demo account of mine. I'm going to click next. Now, at this point, it's telling me what I can manage, what parents can manage this information, but I'll be showing you more about the family link. I'm going to click next. And with some more information, you can go through and read. But at the very end of this, you'll see some I agree statements here that I'm going to click, and then I put I agree. I can check my other email account now. Now I'm back in my demo parent account and I can see that I received an email that I've created a family group. I'll come back to this and set this up in a moment with Family Link. If I go back to the account that I just created, and let's go check out YouTube right now. We'll just do a quick search here. We'll go to YouTube. Notice that it says get help from a parent, ask a parent to set up YouTube. So we're going to go back over here. And what I want to point out is if we go up to the Google Apps up top and we can click on our account. And notice on the side here, if I go down, this will bring you to family group. I'm going to select this. And now I can see that I'm the family manager here. I was the parent. And here is the demo kid, Teachers Tech, supervised member. I can still send out other invitations. These are for 13 and above to kind of create a group here. But I'm going to click on demo kid, Teachers Tech. And then I'm going to get some options here. So I'm going to go to Family Link, Supervised Demo Kid with Family Link. And this is where we can manage. So I can see this is the child's email here. But we'll move down to here to YouTube. And I'll show you how you can set this up. I do want to point out you can even have Gemini settings here, setting restrictions, because if they're on the web, if they are using AI, this is another part that you might want to go in. I'm not going to get into this in this video. I'll talk about it in a different one. But let's go to YouTube. And I'm not after YouTube Kids. I'm after this one right here. And I'm just going to go back here, down here and hit select. Now here you have some choices. You know, it aligns with viewers 9 plus, 13 plus. You pick what would be best suited for what you want with your child. In this case, I'm just going to go, let's go with this one right here. I'm going to hit select and I'll move down a little bit. You can see where you can stay up to date. I'm not going to click this and move down, finish setup. Now I even have some more options. So what they can watch, you can see that there is what we've already said here. I have it set to 13 plus. We have down here content and video preferences. So this autoplay setting is hidden and they can't use autoplay to play the next video automatically. So if you just don't want it to keep going again and again to the next one, you can go ahead and toggle that on or off. Unblock videos and channels that you've blocked on YouTube Kids, and you can learn how to see recently watched video content right here. If you want to remove access of your child, so if I click right here, manage access to YouTube and YouTube Music, if I choose this, I can remove Demo Kids access to YouTube apps by just clicking here. I'm just going to hit cancel. I'm just going to move up a bit, hit the back here. I want to also show you this one with time management. So if I go click on this, this is the shorts feed, off or on, so you can choose what you would like on it. So if I just leave it off right now, and we'll go check that off. I'll check that when we move over to their account, and we'll go back a couple times. And another thing you might want to take a look at is the privacy settings here. So with this one, pause watch history, stop using new video views to recommend content. You can turn this on. Pause search history, stop using new search terms to recommend content. So these might be a couple ones that you might want to go ahead and turn on. And clear history, delete the list of videos your child watched and search for. So if I click on this, I can go and delete them from there. So this gives you a lot of control over your child's account of what they're going to be watching, finding out what they're watching. Let's go back. Another way you can manage your family account, if you're logged into your YouTube, I'm the parent right now. So if I click on this, and if you just move down to settings, and I'm under account, if I go down towards the bottom, you can see Family Center, Manage Kids Profiles and Features for Teens. If I click on it, it's going to bring me over to this as well. All right, you can see now I'm logged in. I'm on YouTube here. I'm going to do a quick search here for Roblox. And then I'm going to click on a few videos. I'll search for a few things, and then we'll see if we can look at it from a parent. Now, let me show you how you can check what your child was viewing on YouTube. And I'll admit this has some flaws to this, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But we're going to go to this. So I'm logged in under the child's account now, and I'm going to go to myactivity.google.com. You can see it right up top here, and hit enter. So what this does, if I go down, you can see the activity of all the different things that I just clicked on randomly. You can see there's the Roblox. I search for Roblox here. Now the issue would be that I'm logged in as the child right now, and I can go to any of these and delete the certain item. Now, this is a reality check. Is this system absolutely bulletproof? No. If you have a tech-savvy kid, they might figure out how to delete specific videos from their history, clear their browser cache, or pause their activity tracking. And on a desktop computer, incognito mode is always the challenge to manage. My advice, don't use this just to catch them doing something wrong. Use it to talk to them. Say, hey, I saw you watching a video about 3D printing or Minecraft. That's cool. Tell me about it. This turns supervision into a connection rather than a surveillance. And remember, if they were browsing in guest mode, you wouldn't be able to have this conversation. All right, I just wanted to point out you can download Family Link on your mobile device, whether it be iOS or Android. It makes an easy way to just track different things and manage. So if I go to controls, you can see that if I go to YouTube, everything is going to be the same that I showed you there versus where it was on the computer login. I do want to point out, if I go to the very bottom, you have signed in devices here. So if I click on signed in devices, I can check where they last were and remove account access from there. The other thing I want to point out, and I'm not covering it in this video because I'm an iOS user, but you can set up supervision. So you can see right here where it says screen time, add demo kids at Android or Chrome OS devices to see how much time that they spend remotely. So I'm just going to move this out of the way, and I'll put a link to this web page here, but you can see here kind of some ideas where you can establish some different rules of whether how much time they're spending on certain apps or even on their different devices here that you can go and manage that. So take a look at that if that's something you'd be interested in. Technically, you could just ban the app until they're older, but when they turn 16 or 18, they're going to be on the internet anyway. By using these tools now, you're just not protecting them from the internet, you're preparing them for it. You're building a digital driver that knows the rules of the road before you hand them the keys to the Ferrari. Thanks for watching this time on Teacher's Tech. I'll see you next time with more tech tips and tutorials.